Hi, it's Sandy Casella here with Casella Homes Real Estate. And I wanted to let you know that we've just put the finishing touches on our January newsletter. Who knew that? Why is that sticking in there? Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, we've just put the finishing touches on our January newsletter. And in this newsletter, I'm talking about the real estate bubble and the market here in the GTA. Everyone knows that we're experiencing really, really low inventory here right now. I think it's about zero point 0.7 months of inventory on the market, which in 32 years of selling real estate, this is the lowest inventory market that I have ever experienced. So it is really tough out there for buyers, and it's really tough for sellers because most of the time sellers are buyers as well. So it's created a real logjam, and that's where we're at right now. So in my newsletter, and there is a link here in the video to the newsletter where you can read a little bit more about that, about are we in a bubble? There's some stats in there that you can look at that will tell you, how do you tell if you're in a bubble? Because that's really important. If you're a buyer, you have to be worried about that at this point. The other thing that we're talking about in this newsletter is love letters. And by love letters, I mean letters from the buyer to the seller, from the seller to the buyer, to explain their situation. And I think these are really, really important because selling your home or buying a home, everybody, when you buy a home, you buy it with your heart, you don't buy it with your head. It's a very emotional experience. It's also a really emotional experience for the seller. And as I've sold real estate, what I've always found is that the seller wants somebody who's going to love their home as much as they did. And the buyer just wants to get a great home where they are going to feel comfortable and they're going to feel that stability. That's really, really important because it's what people feel when they walk into the house that makes them want to buy the house. So those kind of things are really important. So taking some of that and conveying that to the seller is really important because, excuse me, most of the time the seller and the buyer are not meeting. The agents are dealing with each other, like, and representing their clients. So it becomes important that we bring some of that personal touch to the transaction so the seller knows who's going to buy their house. Because a lot of times, one of their biggest concerns, believe it or not, is I don't want I want my neighbors to have good people move into this house. Like I love my neighbors and I want someone good to move into the house. That's really important to most people. So it's not always about the money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, sellers want to get the most amount of money and buyers want to pay the lowest amount, but the emotion that goes into it is really important as well. There's some numbers in here as well. What's going on in Peel region in 2020, what has gone on in Halton region in 2020. I just can't, I'd love to put all the information in here for everybody, but I can't, there's just not enough space. So if you have questions about your particular market or your particular neighborhood, please reach out. I'm happy to help. There's no cost, there's no obligation to that. I'm always happy to answer any questions for you. You can give me a call or message me here, and I'm happy to give you the information about your area or answer any questions about whether or not this is the right time for you to sell. And then on the back page, I'm talking about our worthy cause. So every time we sell a house, we give back to mental health research. And we've been doing that for a number of years. We've been able to raise a lot of money with the help of our clients. The way we do that is we don't collect money from our clients, but whenever we sell a property, we take a portion of our commission and donate it to mental health. And I think right now, in the midst of this pandemic, this is more important than ever. There are a lot of people out there right now who are struggling, and this is going to be a big issue going forward, I think. So we're really adamant that we want to raise as much money as we can. So the more houses we sell, the more money we can raise and donate to mental health initiatives. And you can read in there about why I choose mental health and why that's so important to me. So anyway, I hope you will click on the link and check out my newsletter. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. You can call me at 416-467-8627. You can also contact me, my email, and this link will take you to my blog. So many ways for you to contact me, but I'd love to hear from you. If you are in the midst of a mental health crisis or need some advice, I'm obviously not a therapist, but I have collected a number of resources over the years to help people, and I'm happy to share those resources with you. So anytime, reach out. Have a great day.